Welcome viewers, you're watching Newsx and I have some big news for you. Now, Pakistan plans to deploy submarines in the Bay of Bengal and this is a first since 1971. Let me get you the details. Now, the name Hangor evokes history viewers. In the year 1971, Pakistani submarine PNS Hangor sank India's INS Kukri, and this was during the India-Pakistan War. Now, that was the first instance, viewers, when the Indian Navy warship sank in wartime since independence, and one of Pakistan's Navy's most celebrated naval strikes for them, viewers. Now, however, the sinking of INS Kukri did little to alter the 1971 war's outcome. Pakistan suffered a crushing defeat, irrespective of that little victory that they had. They suffered a massive crushing defeat as Indian forces on land, air and sea crushed the Pakistanis and helped secure Bangladesh's liberation. That is, of course, history, viewers, and now 55 years later, after the 1971 bloody nose which wiped out the Pakistani presence in the Bay of Bengal, another Pakistani Hangor is making headlines. Pakistan's first Hangor-class submarine, after being commissioned in China in April, viewers, has arrived in Karachi last week. Now, senior Pakistani naval officers, let me tell you what they're saying. They're already talking about a role far beyond Pakistan's naval frontier, the Arabian Sea. Now, according to a senior Pakistani naval officer, the submarine could give Islamabad the ability to maintain a presence in the Bay of Bengal, a region far from home, where Pakistan's naval footprint has been negligible since the war in 1971 when Islamabad lost half its territory. So viewers, that was history. And then, of course, the presence was negligible. But with this coming in, it is trying, Pakistan, of course, is trying to re-establish its position in the Bay of Bengal. Now, the revelation, let me tell you, of this Pakistani ambition by senior Pakistani naval officer comes amid improving civilian and military ties between Pakistan and Bangladesh and a wider naval competition unfolding across Indian Ocean states, including India. So this is, viewers, of course, is a significant development. Now let's go back, let's rewind and go back into history. Since Pakistani forces, including its navy, were defeated by the Indian military in 1971, the Pakistani naval presence was largely restricted to the northern Arabian Sea. But now it's trying to re-establish its hold, its control, its military presence in the Bay of Bengal. Now, the Bay of Bengal, viewers, let me tell you, by contrast, has traditionally been an area where India enjoys significant geographical and strategic advantages. Now, it's, of course, home to the Indian Eastern Naval Command in Visakhapatnam and close to the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The Bay of Bengal has become increasingly important for goods and energy trade between India and Bangladesh. You know, viewers, the water body, whose littoral states, let me tell you, are India, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia and Sri Lanka, has also assumed geopolitical importance amid a rise of competing naval powers in the Indo-Pacific. And that is why, viewers, that is the reason this remark made by the senior Pakistani naval officer that I was telling you earlier about. And he made this remark in, let me tell you, in Sri Lanka. Now, this has become very significant. Let me tell you what Colombo-based news outlet The Morning is saying. Commodore Omer Farouk, commander of the flotilla escorting the new submarine home, said the induction of the Hangor-class would give Pakistan the reach to maintain a presence in the Bay of Bengal. So this, of course, viewers, is something that Pakistan is doing. It's trying to re-establish its military position, its prowess in the Bay of Bengal. And that is the latest update. And we will keep you posted on what happens next as far as this is concerned. But for that, you'll have to stay tuned to Newsx. Thank you for watching.